It's funny, like my first real rap was I was like I really zoned out was in high school. It was in the high school. My mom ain't let me go to prom weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a funny thing. Like everybody was wilding. I was tight, so I was sick. But like, what did I do? It's something I do now. If I'm by myself, I kind of channel, my creativity. And I freestyled over Redman's "Tonight the Night" beat. It wasn't freestyle, obviously, because I wrote it, but it was a written rap over the "Tonight's the Night" beat by Redman, and it was just crazy. I was like, damn, this is actually tight. Like, I can't wait for people to hear this. Like, I was really proud of it. And first time I went to the studio in Elizabeth, New Jersey, I laid that shit down. I zoned out. Like, I was an out of body experience hearing my voice through the headphones for the first time and just projecting through that mic. It was special. And I was like, when I heard it back, my voice was shaky as hell and everything. But like, it was a huge step from what I was doing, initially and how I started. And I was like, damn, this is what it is. Like, I love this shit. And I loved listening to it. Um I loved researching it, studying it, but then I realized how much I love partaking in it, and performing, and that was a special feeling.
Something special, I know I'm something special lately. Something special, you see me something special lately. Something special, I know I'm something special lately. Something special, working on something special.
What's good, family? We back with another episode of In Good Company. I have another special guest here with me today. I got my boy KAMEO here.
Yes, sir. What it do? What it do? Peace.
What's up, Cam? How you doing?
Everything's great, wonderful.
That's good. That's good. So, explain to me in your own words, who is KAMEO?
KAMEO, that's me in like my truest form. KAMEO was a childhood nickname, so it's what can I say? It's like I feel like when you see KAMEO or when you hear KAMEO, you're seeing my spirit, you're seeing my soul, work through the music, through my art, and it's just because I used to go by Cam Banks, which was more of my formal name, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like when I changed my name to KAMEO, it gave me a little more creative or artistic freedom to step outside of myself physically, you know what I'm saying, but really tap into things creatively that I was feeling, and just get weird at times, you know what I'm saying? It feel like I could do whatever I really wanted to do, or however I was feeling,
Where I ain't gonna lie, KAMEO, that's a hard name. I ain't gonna hold you.
Thank you.
Where and then you switch it out with the C with the K. I see what you did there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
So, explain to me a little bit of I guess your origin story. You feel me? How you came up, where you're from, and stuff like that. Let us and the audience know a little bit about that.
Yeah, so just from New Jersey, North New Jersey. Just always was into music. Coming up around my brother really put me onto a lot of music as a child. We was talking earlier off the camera. He was in high school around the peak of G Unit and just really 50 Cent and Dipset, just like that peak mid 2000s era where a lot of music was being downloaded also. So early iPods, early iTunes.
Mm-hmm.
So
that LimeWire, you feel me? Yeah.
The adaptation of music going to the internet and going really worldwide via phones and computers or whatnot. So I was really tapped into a lot of stuff he was tapped into younger, and he's very into computers and whatnot. So we was on iTunes downloading everything. We was on LimeWire finding everything, YouTube early. So I was hip to a lot of dope music, hip hop music, mixtapes, stuff beyond my years, honestly. So that kind of put me ahead of the curve later on down the line when I wanted to create my own music, and I had a nice diverse sense of different styles and different artists, different genres. But to take it back a little bit before that, when I was growing up, I didn't even really make music. I played some instruments like saxophone. I played piano a little bit when I was younger. Not extensively, but just taking lessons and just dabbling through school and through just my mom wanted me to do different things, extracurricular things. So I always enjoyed music. Um, I love acoustics. Um, so when I was in high school, it's funny, like, I just had an idea to rap. It just kind of came about me and my
Hmm.
friends clowning. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's everybody's like little
Yeah,
entryway to music in a way, or just rap, just playing around with your friends and stuff like
yeah.
that.
It was when the Chirac beat came out. I think
Hmm.
G Herbo, and everybody was freestyling off that beat, and we was clowning. Like, I just saw entryway. I don't know what got into me, but I was just like, all right, I'm gonna fuck around and try to put my spin on things. And like the whole thing back then was we was just clowning on each other. I was clowning on different people in my class and whatnot, some of my
Hmm.
friends, and it was like lighthearted joking. But I seen the reception it got. I kind of fell in love. It's like my dopamine, it was the dopamine levels was going up because I seen people engaging with me in real life. Like, oh, this is actually like pretty clever and pretty cool. And I always knew I had it in me to do more, as far as music in a serious way. So once I seen people really engaging with me, I used to go to my boy Rob Lewis' house, and we used to just go in the living room recording off the iPhone headphone
Hmm.
earbuds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just recording into the mic and uploading to SoundCloud the same night, and then people was really like feeling that shit. It was like it was weak at the time, but like for what people saw me as an amateur and like saw me as somebody who just started rapping overnight. It was like it was interesting for people to watch and it was comical. But I kept taking it serious. I'm like, I know I can be good. I know I can be good. I always believe in myself and whatever I do. And like, I came from like a sports background, so sports was a thing where I felt like somebody can control your destiny. You know what I'm saying? And somebody can control your playing time or really control your fuck with your confidence and whatnot. So I saw music as a free zone. Like I can do what I want. Nobody can tell me anything.
Definitely.
Yeah. And
I
when I
feel
did
like,
that,
yeah,
yeah.
with music, you could, like you said, you could be anybody you want. You
Mhm.
could, hone into your own character. Like earlier we were saying you look earlier we were saying you favorite Brent Fires,
Yeah.
but when you look at Brent, like he has created his own, character in a sense.
Mhm.
Um a lot of people see it as toxic and everything, even though that might not be him in real life, but
Mhm.
honing into that character brings, a lot of room for creativity.
Yeah.
And I definitely see that in your work, and then even just seeing your aesthetic. Even if someone was to go on your social medias, they can instantly tell like, oh, he knows what he's doing. He
Mhm.
knows the character he's playing, or that could just be you, like
Mhm.
in a sense. You feel me?
Yeah. I appreciate that. And yeah. So like once I saw what I could do with music, like it's funny. Like my first real rap was I was like I really zoned out
Hmm.
was in high school. It was in the high school. My mom ain't let me go to prom weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a
Yeah.
funny thing. Like everybody was wilding. I was tight and I was sick. But like what did I do? It's something I do now. If I'm by myself, I kind of channel, my creativity. And I
Hmm.
freestyled over Redman's "Tonight the Night" beat. It wasn't freestyle, obviously, because I wrote it, but it was a written rap over the "Tonight's the Night" beat by Redman, and it was just crazy. I was like, damn, this is actually tight. Like I can't wait for people to hear this. Like I was really proud of it.
Hmm.
And first time I went to the studio in Elizabeth, New Jersey, I laid that shit down. I zoned out. Like I was an out of body experience hearing my voice through the headphones for the first time
Hmm.
and just projecting through that mic. It was special. And I was like, when I heard it back, my voice was shaky as hell and everything. But like, it was a huge step from what I was doing,
Yeah.
initially and how I started. And I was like, damn, this is what it is. Like, I love this shit. And I loved listening to it. Um, I loved researching it, studying it. But then I realized how much I love partaking in it, and performing. And
Exactly.
that was a special feeling.
Yeah, going back to when you was talking about hearing your voice for the first time, it's like a lot of times when people like even just hear their voice on a video and stuff like that, people don't like it. But I like how you honed into that. Like, listen, I'm gonna get better at this,
hmm
and you said it was an outer body experience for you. So that right there just shows like how much you loved it and how much like it meant to you in a way, right? One question I want to ask you is like, just listening to your music and stuff like that, and even the style of music you're doing, you don't really feed into what's trendy and stuff like that. And I like that about you. You know your lane, you know the audience you want to target and stuff like that. How do you stay in that lane, or how do you how did you figure out, hey, this is my audience and I'm gonna stick with this?
Yeah, it's kind of natural. Like, I feel like really staying to myself, understanding my likes and dislikes, really helped me stay in that zone. At a certain point, though, around like 2017, I tried to make trendier type of music per se, doing things that wasn't really. It didn't. I mean, I could do anything. Like, I can do any styles, but as far as continuously like trying to push a certain style, I was trying to push a style that was not authentic. You know what I'm saying? Unoriginal to who I am. And I thought it was gonna do something for me, and it did nothing for me, like personally, and as far as fanfare. So I was like, fuck that. Like, from that point on, I was like, well, I'm gonna do what I want. You know what I'm saying? And really prove that being yourself and being original to yourself is dope. Like, it's a dope thing to look at from afar, and just being around people like my family and stuff. They're very true. Like, I'm always gonna like credit my brother. He doesn't make music, but he's very true to himself, and he's very unapologetic about what he likes and how he acts, and that really inspired me to be the same way. In a sense, I'm still working on it. Like, I gotta be a better person, but that's something that's just like always rings in my ear whenever I'm making music, whenever I'm like doing a video, shooting a video, editing something or whatever, making artwork, just to be just like, if I know it's dope, if I think it's dope, somebody's gonna find out. Somebody's gonna find that it's dope also.
Exactly. And then I would say, we spoke a little bit on it earlier. What am I trying to say? How do you stay in like grind mode? Like we talked about earlier, you were saying how like people you used to work with before and stuff like that, they're not still doing music anymore, but you still like 10 toes on your music. Like, nah, I'm gonna keep doing this, I'm gonna keep pushing, and I'm gonna make it. So
yeah, it's like, it's tough. It's tough especially when it's just been such a long journey. I've been making music since 2016 officially. I put out like my first project with my brother, Carvo. Not my blood brother, but he's like a brother. He's like family to me. He's my mentor making music. So that's really why I would say I started music in 2016, and like 8 years later, like, I've done a lot. I've been a lot of places through music, met a lot of people through music, and that in itself is like very reassuring to me. Like, damn, just imagine how much more I could get. You know what I'm saying? If I keep going, and nothing comes easy. I feel like reading actually helps me. Like, I don't even read enough, but I realize every time I read, it keeps me very on my toes as far as my lyrics and my pen. Just looking at other people's success stories, like people I'm fans of, listening to interviews from like my favorite people in music, or
to go off of that, who are like your inspirations, would you say?
Tupac is what, you know what I'm saying. Tupac probably my favorite rapper or artist. D'Angelo, DJ Quick, Ghostface, Jay-Z, obviously, Currency, Sir Michael Rocks and the Cool Kids, Dom Kennedy. Those are probably like, I listen to so much music in my lifetime, but like those names right there are probably, Rock Marciano, are probably like my, like when you look at me and you listen to me, that's probably what you're gonna see. I embody that the most.
That's what you embody.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's a lot of so many names that I can't even, like Redman too, Redman and Method Man. Yeah.
All right, that's dope. And like I said, it definitely reflects in your style. You feel me?
Yeah, appreciate you.
So, if I was to go on what you use, Apple Music or Spotify?
I use Apple Music. Yeah.
If I was to go into like your Apple Music playlist or just log into your Apple Music, what would I find?
You find right now a lot of R&B, a lot of soul music. Ozzy Hayes, Whitney Houston, Leon Ware, Marvin Gaye. I've been bumping Brownstone. That's like an old R&B group in the 90s.
That's the
if you
I was about to sing it. I was about to sing the Zane song.
Yeah, I've been bumping Zane too. Yeah, a lot of that era. Aaliyah, always. Yeah.
Do you find when you listen to that, is it when I hear you say like you listen to R&B music right now, do you use that a lot for like say sampling if you want to come up with like a beat or something like that?
Yeah, sometimes like my man's Two Space, he handles a lot of samples and like we have a similar ear, so like a lot of soul. He samples a lot of 70s soul, funk, sometimes disco or whatever. Like we don't sample too much R&B. We will catch some stuff. There's no limits, but I'll find some stuff. Usually the things I'm listening to on a day to day aren't things that we really sampling. But I listen to a lot of R&B and soul music to kind of ease my ears because hip hop can be a lot at times. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I'm making my own music, it's too much words going around. You know what I'm saying? Too much. I don't like to be influenced too much about what I'm hearing and listening to. And it's just a lot. So R&B and soul is just very soothing, and it's like a mind cleanser. So when I start writing, I'm only like a blank canvas, but I'm a very I just feel very good, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
About what's going on, like clears my mind. I'm in a good headspace.
It definitely brings you into a different realm, like even for me, say like when I'm at work, I listen to music all day.
Yeah.
So it's like when I'm listening to hip hop and stuff like that, I get tired of it. My ears get drowned out.
Yeah.
But once I switch to like some like soothing house music or something, or like some of a different genre, Afrobeat, that's when I feel like replenished.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You gotta have that good. You just gotta have a good, diverse ear. When you bumping music, it's gonna make when you go back to listening to hip hop, it's gonna make it sound that much better. You know.
And then especially if you listen to the regular Billboard or on trend hip hop music, where all they talk about is the usual stuff. You feel me?
Content, yeah.
So KAMEO, would you prefer thrifting or like shopping new?
Thrifting for sure. Everything I wear is vintage.
Bet. What's like when you go thrifting? What brands do you look for? Do you look because you said vintage, so based off your style, I would say, do you look for like anything as far as like Rockaware, like Sean John? Is there a specific brand you usually look for, like certain like garment or piece?
I love Carl Kanai. I like Iceberg, Versace jeans, 90s Versace jeans, 90s New Era caps, and I like a lot of sports stuff. Like I wear a lot of sports memorabilia, or I guess you could say memorabilia or whatever, but sports shirts, vintage sports stuff, and also I like old a little bit old Nike, not as much as I used to, but
You talking about like the throwback windbreakers and like the
tracksuits
tracksuits and stuff like that? Yeah, those be fly.
A little bit. Not as much as I get older. I like to switch it up, wearing stuff people don't really, ain't really on. I'll try to find like niche brands from like the early 2000s. Stuff I see in like TV shows like that I grew up watching, like the Parker, Steve Harvey show, shit like that. Like a lot of them brands kind of faded out because obviously they black brands and they were small. They were popping back then because streetwear and urban fashion was popping back then, but they faded out because they didn't have as much money or they got bought out, swallowed by the big brands. But you can still find them, thrifting and whatnot. So I try to find that niche shit.
I don't know if you're a gatekeeper, but what's your thrift spot you usually go to?
See, I don't even thrift so much no more. I used to thrift a little bit.
Mhm.
I like going to vintage shops because shit was more curated.
Yeah.
But I get a lot of stuff online. You know what I'm saying?
Online.
I search a lot of stuff online. It's just a lot easier. I feel like the game's fucked up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The resale game is fucked up right now. They be
Mhm.
price gouging. It's crazy. Everything's expensive. And I feel like you can go online, you can find better value.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, you could hop on Grailed or like eBay or
I
something or
love eBay.
Depop.
I be on eBay all day. Depop.
Try to lowball that seller. They might give it up to you.
Come
You feel
on.
me?
They don't even know they sitting on some heat.
Yeah, I be trying to thrift, but like I'm the type of person I'm going there looking for like one thing. If I
Mhm.
don't find it, I'm going home.
I'm the same way.
So-
Like, I hate flipping through shit. My
Yeah.
arms get tired. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like it's too much stuff there. Like
Yeah.
too much like you said, it's uncurated, and it's like, alright, I'm a little impatient. So.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Mm-hmm. So what would you say is like your uniform?
My uniform,
Yeah. Do you think you have a uniform at that?
probably like I wear a lot of like old football jerseys. So I like to wear sweatpants year round. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But I wear the God Degree. That's my homie brand. My boy Meech. I wear God Degree shorts. I'll probably wear old champion of Reebok football jersey and my Nike Vomeros. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Or my
Those
Oakleys.
essential right there. The
Yeah.
Vomeros.
Or my Oakleys.
I think the Vomeros probably the most comfortable Nike sneaker right
Yeah,
now.
crazy. It's crazy. I wear them wherever and be
Mhm.
good.
Definitely. How do you draw inspiration from your icons, and how do you draw inspiration from your icons and like these different places and stuff, but still stay true to yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just the type of person that I can't really be anything else. Like at a certain point, I'm gonna look in the mirror and be like, I'm out of pocket if I'm trying to like emulate something too much or somebody too much. But just keeping it like I just take like certain aspects. Like I like the way Tupac do his ad libs, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. Or I'll read about how he used to just relentlessly record and just not worry about perfecting the mix. Like something simple like that, where it's not like a direct like, oh, I'm trying to emulate his voice or take lyrics or something like that. Or like DJ Quick, where he's like he's very resourceful in the studio, using everything, and making it work. Just like taking note of like little techniques rather than, stylistically what they're doing, or taking literally words that they're saying out their music and stuff
Mhm.
like shit like that. I try to just take little pointers here and there and not try to be overbearing as far as information I want to gather from other people,
Yeah, exactly. I feel like, it doesn't hurt to draw inspiration, because to me, I feel like nowadays it's kind of hard to be original.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like everything under the sun has kind of already
Yeah.
been done. All you can really do is like just flip
Put your
it,
own spin on it.
put your own spin on it. Like you said, just draw inspiration. Once you like draw inspiration from different people,
Mm-hmm.
then that'll make who you are in a sense.
Yeah, we all just at the end of the day, we are a product of our environment. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So we're just gonna be what we've seen,
Mm-hmm.
and but at the end of the day, we have our own spirit, and once you follow that, you're gonna be, KAMEO, you're gonna be Kai. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
You're gonna
sir.
have good company. You're gonna have Wanna Be Down Records and shit. So
All right. So, what's next for you? What do you have upcoming? What past things do you want to share with us that you got going on?
yeah, so I just put out a project called "You Gonna Need Your Homie Someday," which came out in May, and just pushing that right now. Shooting videos for it. Shooting videos for "Bless My Bones." That was a video. That was an album I put out in December. All available on my site. 12bdownrecords.com. The number 1, the number 2, the letter B, downrecords.com. I push all my music, direct to consumer, not much of my stuff is on streaming no more. So I've been trying to just hustle that. You know what I'm saying? Get people redirected to the site, to the email chains to stay updated. Shooting videos though, just trying to get my face shown more, get my face seen a little more, and I got a bunch of projects in the work. If I were to name them, it would just sound crazy because it's like I don't even know which one to pick out. You know what I'm saying? But I do got like a freestyle tape, like an old school tape where I'm just rapping over old beats, some of my favorite beats from back in the day. That's gonna be a cool project that my homie DJ Escar is hosting. That's gonna be probably the next thing. But me and Space, my boy, my producer, my right hand man with this music shit, we got a lot of music in the cut, a lot of music that I'm writing to right now. So, you know, you can always be on the lookout. But, you know, like I said, wannabedownrecords.com, and also my YouTube, Run the Globe Pictures. That's gonna be where you can find everything.
Fire. Definitely. I like how you got a bunch of projects, you got a bunch of stuff that's coming out. Definitely keep yourself busy.
Yeah, we got the tapes too. Like, these are the Bless My Bones tapes.
Yes, sir.
This is the Soulful Moods album. These is older. That's my latest project on physical though. And yeah, I'm gonna be doing more of that too in the future.
All right. And I like how you bring the tapes back. Nobody do tapes no more. This is fire.
Yeah, I love I love having something physical with music, because you know, when the lights go out, you're gonna need something to listen to. You can't stream everything forever, so
Yes.
I like having that physical aspect. It bring it to life. It bring the music to life. You know.
Definitely. Now, I want you to leave, you know, a word of wisdom, inspiration for, you know, any up and coming artist that's, you know, out there right now trying to make their way up in, you know, the game right now. So, what would you like to tell them?
Shit. I mean, cliche. Don't stop. Honestly, just don't stop, because like we mentioned earlier, I've seen a lot of people that I made music with, you know, either leave me in a sense. I'm not entitled to them, but, you know, and they not entitled to me, but they left. I kept making music. Just don't stop. Like, for your own sake, you want to see progression in yourself. It's going to make you a better person at the end of the day. It's not like don't stop because you're going to get rich one day, whatever. Like, yeah, your passion's going to bring you money eventually, in some, you know, shape, form, or fashion, but you really don't want to stop at something that you love, because that's what you love to do, and you want to see yourself get better at it. Like, seeing progression in yourself and having your, you know, your actions and your feelings line up, that's, you know, perfect harmony. That's what's going to bring you peace in your life, peace of mind. So that's why you don't really want to stop doing, you know, what you say that you love doing, not because of any opinions, not because anything monetary. It's because that self-value that you're going to really feel, you know, you're going to achieve. So I say that, just don't, you know, don't stop, and always try to learn something new. Always try to learn something new. Even if you're not implementing it, just pick it up, and it's going to lead to something else. It's going to lead to something else. So, yeah, definitely that.
For sure. Thank you for sharing that, bro. Thank you for coming on In Good Company and
It's a pleasure.
sharing those words of wisdom, sharing your work and stuff like that. Thank you, bro.
Nah, I appreciate you, son.
Sir.
It was a pleasure. We gotta do way more. You know what I'm saying? It's just a start.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying?
We gonna be in connect.
Yeah.
But this was good In Good Company episode 5. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all later.
Something special, I know I'm something special, like something special. You think I'm something special, like something special. I know I'm something special, like something special. You think I'm something special, yo, something special. You think I'm something special, like something special. I know I'm something special, like something special. This here something special, like something special. Think I'm yo, this right here that bomb beat. Metamorphic these rappers be when I apply pressure. Fuck out the kitchen, you can't survive the heat. Something special like 06, Shaq and D-Wade. Back then I had the mean face, South Beach, nosebleed, I got to see it. Something special like North Africans. But we ain't call us Africans until the crackers did. Let me take you back again, back when it was lavishness. Way before the Greeks and Romans, before they children started invading homes, before classifications ruled the nation, before mass interpretation of skin tones. Something special like growing old, I know way more than before. If you ever feel alone, just turn up the Bobby Womack. Or think about them hoes that's flying in, can't get flown back. Now she mad, she met bro, but happy to flex most on the West Coast. You something special, baby. You wanna achieve your dreams, then I'm the vessel, so controller. Get the quota right, but if your energy tight, I'll ignore the price. For now, I test mine. Something special like James Brown, it's the big payback. You suckin' niggas overlook the tracks.